Hello students, welcome back to OrganiChemVerse. Are you struggling to solve the JEE advanced level question? Do you feel that you have studied everything but still you are not able to apply the concepts on solving questions? Then don't worry. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to solve the given question by applying the concepts what you have learned. Let's get started. There is a reactant molecule. It is undergoing series of reactions to form the product P. There is a hint given here that the product P responds to 2,4-DNP test. That means you should know what is 2,4-DNP test is. Based on the structure of the product P, you have to choose the right statement or statements from the given options. So in order to solve this question, you need to know what are the reagents and what sort of reaction this molecule is undergoing and what is the structure of the product P, and if the P is undergoing certain reactions like iodoform reaction or reaction with hydroxylamine, what will be the structure of the products. So let's get started. So this is a reactant. You see at para position there is a methoxy, right? And here this is attached to tertiary amine because there are two methyl here, right? And then you see this carbon is attached to a cyclopentane and there is a OH. It's a tertiary alcohol. When this is treated with methyl iodide, right, since we have a tertiary amine, it's going to attack the methyl group and it's going to form a quaternary ammonium salt. So when it forms a quaternary ammonium salt, you need to remember that these salts can easily undergo elimination. What does that mean? It will undergo Hofmann elimination when you treat this with a silver oxide, water condition and heating, right? So Hofmann elimination will form an alkene. See here. Here we have a carbon. It is attached to the carbon here, CH2, right? And what about here? This is intact. No reaction over here as of now. Right? So we know that in Hofmann elimination, we are going to get less substituted alkenes like this. Now, what is the next step? When this molecule, I'm going to rewrite this because you need to know how to write the next product. That means by the mechanism. So that's why I'm going to rewrite this. Okay. Now this is intact. So when it is treated with an acid, we know that alkenes are electron rich and it is going to take up the proton. So it is undergoing addition across the double bond. But which carbon it will go to? The hydrogen prefers to go to the carbon with more number of hydrogens. So that way it is going to form a carbocation over here. Right? So this is the carbocation form. Now, what is the driving force? Why this carbocation is formed? Because the formed carbocation is tertiary carbocation and we know tertiary carbocations are more stable. Right? Now, what should happen? The cyclopentane is not so stable due to ring strain in the molecule. Because in cyclohexane, there is a least ring strain, right? So, cyclohexane is more stable than a cyclopentane. Therefore, it will undergo ring opening. What does that mean? So we have an alcohol here. Observe carefully. The bond will move back. That means it is forming carbonyl. That way this carbon will become pentavalent. We know carbon cannot be pentavalent. What it does is it will undergo ring opening. This has to break the bond. Therefore it will move over here. So how to write the structure? Look at this. The methoxy is intact here, right? So what about here? The CH3 is as it is. But at this position, right? So the bond is moving here. That means what? We can rewrite this like this. You can see it's going to form a 6-membered ring including this carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. So I have to include this in the ring like this. the adjacent carbon to that will be carbonyl, like this, right? So this is our final product P. So let's write down our final product once again. Look at this, right? Cyclohexanone, and then this is a methyl. What about here? It is attached to a benzene, which is in turn attached to methoxy. This is our product P. Let's see whether this is the product or not. For that, there is a hint here. Does it react with 2,4-DNP? That is 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine. Yes, because the carbonyl will react with 2,4-DNP to form a hydrazone, which is usually orange, a red kind of product, orangish basically. So it's an orange product. Yes, so that is true. Okay. Does it exhibit geometrical isomerism? No geometrical isomerism here. Therefore, statement A is not correct. Can it respond to iodoform test? When the iodoform test is possible, when it is a ketone and there has to be a methyl, at least one methyl group should be there, and when it is treated with iodine and NaOH, it will form iodoform. A yellow precipitate will be formed. Does it happen for this molecule? No, because we don't have any methyl ketone. So this statement is also wrong. Now, P on reaction with hydroxyl amine gives 2 geometrical isomer. So when this P reacts with hydroxyl amine, right, it's going to form an oxime, right, and it will form 2 geometrical isomers. What is that? Syn-ine anti. So we know that whenever there is a ketone, it reacts with hydroxyl amine, it forms an oxime and it exhibits syn-ine anti. Therefore, yes, it will exhibit 2 geometrical isomers. Since A and B are wrong, D cannot be the right option. So the right option here is option C. This way, whatever you have learned, the named reaction, the reagents, the isomerism, all these concepts must be combined to answer such questions. I hope I made this concept and question clear to you, right? The solution is given in an elaborate way, and if you still find some difficulties, you can always post your questions in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video.